If you aren't listening to Fascination 127, you're missing out. Welcome to Three Awesome Geeks on Wednesdays. I'm Sam, and I'm kind of pressed for time right now, so we're gonna keep this quick. So what have I been doing this week? Let's see, I spent way too much time this weekend, first of all, reading Teen Titans. Yeah, a lot of it, too. Like, I downloaded 65 issues of it, and I read it all. Here's the thing. Teen Titans should be really good, and in a lot of ways it is, and like really early on when Jeff Johns was still writing Teen Titans, Tim Drake, Robin, was a total badass who like talks about, there's a scene where they're all like, oh, did you just lie to Starfire, our mentor? Like, I lie to Batman. And like, he's totally badass, but that doesn't really translate into the rest of the series being good. So I don't know, and yet I kept reading more and more issues just because it's like the proverbial train wreck. You cannot physically look away because it's just that sort of thing. So I don't know. I wouldn't really pick it up at all. There's a nice little shout out to Tiny Titans by Chris Eliopoulos. Who he's a nice guy, and he does like a really kiddie cartoon version of Teen Titans. But they're just mentioned as one of the characters' favorite cartoons is Tiny Titans, and so that's nice. But giving a shout out to something nice in the universe is not enough to make a good comic book. I'm sorry. Reading. I just started The Children of Men, P.D. James. For Apocalyptic Lit class. And I haven't gotten very far, but it's reminding me so far of Y the Last Man. And I mean, Y the Last Man should really remind me of this, since Y the Last Man was obviously written before him. But there's a lot of parallels, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But it proves to be interesting, and I have 70 more pages to read by tomorrow, which is why I'm kind of, let's get going. We were talking about TV, and Bree mentioned, what is it? It starts with a B. It'll come to me. Big Bang Theory. There we go. I can remember things. Big Bang Theory. I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, oh, do you watch Big Bang Theory? I think you'd really like it, because I am the first geek. But, I mean, I've watched some of it. I will admit I've never watched a full episode. But people have, like, brought me to YouTube and played me clips of various episodes, especially, like, everyone always cites the rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock sequence. And for those of you who don't watch Big Bang Theory, then you have no idea what's going on, and still neither do I, because, frankly, from what I've seen of the show, and I don't mean to mainline a show that you really like, Brie, but in my opinion, it's just like nonsense. I don't really, and I didn't find anything funny, particularly. It just seemed like really generic, oh, these people are very nerdy humor. Which didn't really appeal to me, and if there's something I'm missing out on, tell me, but it just seems like it's very run-of-the-mill humor, so to speak. Let's change things around entirely for the topic of the week, because I can't think of anything particularly geeky. Let's talk about music. What was the worst band that you listened to and really, really, really enjoyed, but then they were awful all of a sudden? For me, it's the Backstreet Boys, because I loved them when I was very small, and then I realized, oh wait, there's nothing here at all. That's a problem. So, and I mean, there are others that I've just gravitated away from. But the Backstreet Boys is probably the trashiest thing I've ever listened to in my life. Um, so that's gonna do it for me on 3 Awesome Geeks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry this is so hurried and rushed, but I'm under the gun a little bit on a number of things. So, yeah, take it easy.